What's good, YouTube? So here I am making a video in response to my cousin Big Game James, this video that he posted, and I promised him I was going to do a response. At the time I was at work, so I just took notes as I was watching it on my phone, and here it is right here, and I'm going to read from it. See that? What did I say up top? Real important video. So in Tuesday's content to make. So I just took notes of things as I was watching this video. So Big Game James, cuzzo, you already know, man. I feel your pain. You already know. I miss my uncle as well as you miss your dad. So let me just jump into it because you had asked people to give their take on what they think, their thoughts on what you've seen. So if anybody didn't watch Big Game James TV's video, you might want to, don't watch this. Go watch Big Game James TV, all lowercase, Big Game James TV, and watch his recent video, and then come watch this. Once again, for those who don't know, that's my cousin, and his father passed, which happens to be my uncle, my blood uncle, y'all, hands down. So here we go, Big Game. So in response to the video that you made, and this is a few of my thoughts. I'm not a genius. I'm not the best. This is just my opinion and my thoughts. So to anybody watching this, he had seen his father, who passed away, which is my uncle, but he has seen his father on the side of the road as he's driving. So let me jump into that. And the first thing I wrote 5 things down. And I wrote a note and it said he was watching you from another dimension. Let me explain what I mean by that. Because when you seen Unc, your dad, when you was driving on your day-to-day job, and you looked over and you seen him, and you wasn't seeing things, my opinion, my thoughts on that, I believe he was reaching out to you from another dimension. It wasn't an accident that you seen him. Nobody has to believe you, and I remember you saying that in the video, that people could think that it's cap all they want, cap meaning that it's bogus and you lying. I believe you, and I know what you're talking about because I have seen things too as well. But this ain't about me. You saw Unc on the side of the road because he wanted you to see him. You saw him in another dimension. And the way you described him, pointing at you, dressed real well, and the condition my Unc left, the condition you seen him in, he was okay. You know what I'm saying? He was letting you know he was okay. All right? You did see him in another dimension. He tapped in to see you. And I'm going to let y'all know something right now. Now, that's confirmation enough right there. As I'm saying this, I'm getting goosebumps. There is a table that's right in front of me. A fold-up table. It just fell over and hit the floor. Y'all, a table just fell over and hit the floor. At the end of this video, I'm going to show y'all this table that fell on the floor. Let me finish this video. I have to finish this. Wow. 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 That's all I got to say. Wow with a smile, y'all. Because I ain't freaked out. But let me tell y'all something. The spirit is real. Big Game is real. Oh, you could have seen that. Okay, so, and 2, I said his spirit was happy to see you doing your job, and you know how he was joking around. Now, in the video, you said you seen him on the side of the road, white shoes, dressed real nice, had his hat on with the brim roll, how he had it, I said folded, and he always had that hat roll, you know, he was a Marine, salute, hoorah. He always had that joking personality about him. But when he saw you, he was happy he was dressed to the other side. The other side of this is not what they told us it was, y'all. I'm sorry, they lied. No, who died and came back to tell y'all what it was like? Big Game, you saw what it was like. You saw your dad on the side of the road. He wasn't on the side of the road, but he was in another dimension looking at you while you was driving down the road, but to you it looked like he was on the side of the road, but he was there in another dimension, but he was reaching out and looking at you, trying to get your attention. It was no accident that you seen Unc. It was no accident that you seen your dad on the side of the road, pointing at you, saying what he said, and pointing at you like this. You see me. He was telling you, see me. You see me. Clean, not looking like he needed some help, not looking like he was ill. It's okay. That's what he was trying to tell you. I see you. I see you doing your thing. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Keep doing it, because I'm watching you. Let me keep going. Y'all got to watch this video. So on 3, see that I'm on 3 now. 3 right here. And I was taking notes as I was watching you, Big Game. And on here I said he could have been telling you, he could have been telling you to keep going forward. Now, what I mean by, now you said get my opinion. When you saw him on the side of the road and you was looking and you was like, you know, you wasn't seeing things, and he was pointing. He wasn't sad. He looked confident. He was dressed nice. His appearance was just strong. He was a Marine. But his appearance was strong. Clean hat, crimped. He pointing, he telling you to keep, go forward. These are things these are my thoughts. But he was probably telling you to keep going forward. There is no wall to going forward. You only fail when you go back, or when you stop and you don't move. No, you keep going. You keep going forward. He liked the position that you in. You don't got to be in nobody else's shoes. You don't got to look like your neighbor, have your neighbor's money, you got to keep doing you. Keep going. He was proud of you. I don't care what he was saying. He was telling you to keep going. He was pointing you. And you just kept looking at, keep going. He was telling you to keep going. Follow your path. Do your job. Whatever you, keep going. Keep doing that. Number 4. I'm on number 4 and I got one more to go. He also was letting you know that he will always be with you. I got goosebumps. When he was showing himself, he was clean. You said it out of your own mouth. He was clean. He didn't look like he was down, depressed. He looked happy. He looked like, yo. He wanted you to see him. And when you seen him crisp. You seen him crisp. He wanted you to keep going. He wanted you to know that everything is okay. How you knew everything was okay? His shoes was all white. They was clean. Didn't matter what color they was, but when you saw them white shoes, when you seen them, they was clean. He was crisp from head to toe. The way you described it, you ain't have to say no more. He was crisp. Everything is good here. You keep going. You keep going. You ever see those movies, and some of the movies where they be like, them horror movies, and then the Freddy movies and the scary movie where you always see them in the dream trapping Freddy, and one of them having a nightmare and they pointing in slow motion. They ain't talking, but they saying it in slow motion, and they all pointing that way. Keep going. Love you, cuzzo. One more. Check this out. I'm getting goosebumps talking to you about this. Now, you can see how long that is. Once again, if y'all watch the video, you'll know why I'm saying all of this. So 5, and I was about to get ready to leave while I was at work to finish my job. Tupac said, which is true. Tupac said, and I'm a break it down after I read it, because I wrote the note. Tupac said, life goes on. So maybe that's why you seen him in the condition of happy, healthy, and well-dressed with the white shoes and the folded up brim hat, the hat crimped in the front, rolled, and he showed himself in another dimension, letting you know that he was okay, and also letting you know that life after this was great. And I'm getting goosebumps saying this. When you saw your dad, when you saw my uncle, this ain't about me. This is your dad. That's just my uncle. I love him dearly, but this is your dad. That's important to you. When you saw your father was letting you know that you will never, never be alone. I will always be with you. You don't have to worry about if anybody else seen him. You don't have to worry about if nobody believes you. Oh my goodness. It got y'all need, oh my, oh wow, hold up, cuzzo, hold up. Oh wow, y'all, oh my, that is not possible. This is unreal. This is unbelievable. It is ice cold where I'm sitting at, and a big gust of wind just hit me in the face. Let me say something to y'all real quick. Big Game, Tupac said life goes on. A lot of y'all listened to that song and thought that Tupac meant life goes on how y'all interpreted it to be. Let me tell y'all something. When Tupac told y'all life goes on, he was letting y'all know, not about life here goes on because somebody passed, keep going, keep doing your thing. No. Because y'all was all taught that after this is over, you either go to heaven or hell. Let me tell y'all something. Nobody ever, ever died and came back to tell y'all what it was like on the other side. I had a premonition. I had a dream realm and came back and told y'all what I seen. I'm talking about never come back to tell about what happened. Tupac said life goes on. You know what he was saying? After this, it gets better. It's not just closed casket and it's a wrap. To us, it's a wrap. But to him, he lives on. He wants you to smile, cuzzo. Unc wants you to smile. Keep walking in them shoes that you was given, because only you can fit them big ass shoes that you walking in. Nobody else can. Can't nobody tell you shit. Nobody. Only you know what's right. Only you know what's real. Walk in them shoes that you was given, because it's going to be okay. Because after this, life goes on. It doesn't end how they told you it does. You don't do right by this, you don't do right by that. You're going to go here and they're going to go there. No, and I just seen something else just fall down from the ceiling. Unreal, y'all. If y'all can only see what I just seen right here. But like you said in your video, I can't make you believe me. But look, it ain't even about that, cuzzo. They don't got to believe you. But let me tell you something. I know what you're talking about. And back to what I was saying, Tupac said life goes on. Life goes on. It doesn't stop here. This is the beginning. This is just the beginning. Life goes on. At work, when I was watching the video, I was so in spirit watching it and then feeling your pain as you started to get emotional with that. I heard your voice. I heard your voice change. I know you. And you wanted to get teary, but you held it thorough so you could deliver what you seen. But your dad, Unc, reached out to you. Everybody doesn't have to see what you've seen, and they're not going to see what you've seen. We in this life, we all gotta stop trying to make people believe. You could tell them if they believe it, they do. They don't, they do, they do. You saw your dad. You did see your dad. I know you did. And you saw him for a reason, because he wanted you to keep going, pick your head up. He shows you what it's like after this. It's heaven. You see how he was dressed? You see how he looked? He didn't look miserable when you seen him. How the movies be showing afterlife people, you saw what he looked like. You didn't crash your vehicle when you seen him. You wasn't terrified when you seen him. A moment of joy came over you when you seen him. You wanted to stop so bad you couldn't because you was working. But you also want to know what he said? Don't stop the vehicle. You said you wanted to stop. Did you remember what you said he was doing? He was pointing, he was pointing, he was pointing, he was telling you to keep going. Some people might say he was pointing at you. He wasn't pointing at you. He know you seen him. He ain't got to point at you. When he was pointing, he was telling you to keep going. What did those people in that vehicle say? You can't stop. You can't stop. He was telling you to keep going forward. Where was you going forward? You wasn't in reverse. You was in drive. That goes forward. Also go forward with your life. Keep going. He was showing you himself because he was letting you know he's always going to be here. I couldn't wait to put the rest of this, what I'm saying right now, at the end of this. He was letting you know that he's always going to be here and you ain't never alone. See, people think that when somebody check out of here, it's over. No, it's not over. They always with you. Remember I told you that. They always with you. You ain't never alone. You want to know when you break down and you have that emotional attachment feeling, you have a little moment about your parents when because they passed, and my aunt, my uncle, when they passed, you want to know why you feel that? I'm getting goosebumps telling you this. That's because they right there. I just got another real cold chill saying that. The reason why you have those moments is because they right there. Next time you have an emotional breakdown and you feeling that, not emotional breakdown, when you having one of those moments where you want to shed a tear and you thinking about your mom and dad, it's not that you thinking about your mom and dad. You thinking about your mom and dad because they are present. Nobody can explain why they broke down, but I'm going to tell you why you broke down. You broke down because they was right there with you. They never leave you. You ain't going to reach out and grab their hand. You're not going to reach out and get a hug, but they hugging you and you don't even know it. When you go to sleep at night, they watching you while you sleep. Didn't they watch you when you was a baby and raise you to be a man? They watching you now. I got goosebumps saying that. Your dad is still there, cuzzo. Hold it down. He was telling you to keep going. He keep going. All them jokes and stuff he used to crack and laugh. He was a Marine. He was a Marine. He was a drill sergeant. Talking that jive. What them drill sergeants do. What do? They talk that. They talk that. And he walked that. Love you, man. That's my take on that. All right, so this is the table, the fold-up table that fell. This should not have failed. This is the table right here. And here it is. I'm going to come up. It was leaning against this. This should have never failed. Should have never failed. Right after I said that, what's the chances of that, y'all? Wake up. Love all y'all. Stay blessed. Big game. The spiritual world is real. And are we in a spiritual warfare? Absolutely. But guess what? We are all being prepped for warfare. So fear not. We are all being prepped for that final battle. People think they ain't ready for the battle. You might be right, but guess what? You're being prepped every day you live. You're being prepped for the spiritual battle. The spiritual battle is going on now. Armageddon is going on now. I love you, cuzzo. Hold it down.